If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 3 of the Newcastle United Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. Thank you so much for all of the support on episodes 1 and 2. If you go on to enjoy episode 3 as well, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further of this series or any other series that goes up on the channel. You guys gave me loads of suggestions for transfers. Thank you very much for that. And the general consensus was that we need to be strengthening at the back in the defence. You also very correctly pointed out that Yoann Gouffran and Sylvain Marveau did actually leave Newcastle and were released at the end of last season. When I obviously, as you saw, I made over 150 plus transfers in this save, and I was so engrossed on updating everybody else's transfers and all of the transfers that had happened so far for Newcastle in the 16-17 season. I didn't take into account players that had been released right at the very end of last year. Obviously, Stephen Taylor got released as we headed into this season, but Sylvain Marveau and Yoann Gouffran got released right at the very end of last season, and I was going on the 16/17 sites, or on that season's basis, on all the various different sites that I was taking transfer news from and transfer activity from, most notably transfermarkt.com. I'll leave a link to it in the description if I remember. If I don't, let me know in the comment section and I will link it. But yeah, that's the site I mainly used, and obviously for things like the Premier League, I used the Transfer Centre on Sky Sports. And that was very, very helpful, as were all of the people on Twitter that were constantly linking me articles, etc., to players that had confirmed as moved. There are a few calls in the comment section for me to sell players like Gini Wijnaldum and Tim Krul and Moussa Sissoko, etc., because they're heavily linked with moves away in real life. I'm not going to sell them in the save yet. If they move in real life, then I will sell them in this save. But if they're not sold in real life and they stay at the club, I will keep them here at Newcastle. But like I say, if they do go, I will sell them. But you can see here, I've added Marveau and Gouffran to the transfer list. No offers yet for any of our players, but time will tell whether that will change. Here's the shortlist then for all of the players I've added so far. We've got Leandro Bacuna at right back, as well as Dominic Iorfa at right back. Thomas Callas has been promoted into the Premier League with Middlesbrough, and I'm not sure whether he'd want to leave a now Premier League side to drop back down to the Championship. Grant Hanley, as you know, we've already put offers in for. Jaws Okore, the question mark Danish? Yes, Danish centre-back at Aston Villa, obviously just come down from Villa in the Premier League, same with Leandro Bacuna. And Newcastle, I argue that stand a better chance of getting back up at first time round in real life, so perhaps we could tempt Okore in. Courtney Howells was another defender that was mentioned, also from Wolves, youngster alongside Dominic Iorfa. Harry Maguire was mentioned, although again, as with Callas, just promoted into the Premier League, this time with Hull, so whether he'd want to leave or not, I'm not sure. I also don't know what his overall and what his stats are like, so I don't know about him. Grant Hall is a young centre-back in the Championship at QPR, as is Nedum Anur. Well, Nedum Nur is also in the Championship. He's not young anymore. He's 28, but that might be a little bit more experience that we might like at centre-back. Luke Garbutt is at Fulham currently. He was on loan last year, and I think he's gone back to Everton in real life, but some transfers slipped through the net. So Luke Garbutt is still at Fulham on this save, so we're looking at him. Charlie Taylor at left-back as well. Like I've mentioned, I do want to get rid of Paul Dummett, and Kevin Mbabu isn't quite good enough yet, so going to send him out on loan. But Charlie Taylor, judging by his just the rough guidance you get there, is great physical stats and good in the tackle as well, so hopefully he might prove to be a decent acquisition at left back. Rico Henry is someone I'm scouting as well. Isaac Hayden has now signed for Newcastle in real life, so we will look to buy Isaac Hayden from Hull City. Like I say, the transfer deal is done in real life from Arsenal. 2.4 million, I believe. I might be slightly out there on a 5-year deal. Feel free to let me know what the exact figure was. Ryan Fraser looks like a really promising winger at Ipswich. And then we've got James Maddison from Coventry in the League One, who has great potential supposedly. A lot of calls for Marcus Rashford, rather unsurprising, but we'll have a look at him. And Adam Armstrong, another transfer that slipped through the net. he should be back at Newcastle, but he was on loan at Coventry last year, and I hadn't updated that one as well. So unfortunately, Adam Armstrong isn't at the club. I will perhaps look to bring him in as his loan spell at Coventry has expired in real life, so we will look to bring him in. Again, I'll just throw a bid in. I don't know what his overall is. I don't know what his value is, so we'll just wait and see what they say there. But we do have plenty of money to spend. There are options we have at our disposal, and plenty of them, with £26.5 million in the bank. I'm going to move that to 80-20 for OCD, and we'll jump forward a little bit towards this semi-final of the pre-season tournament against Lyon. No offers so far. And as we head on to Wednesday the 15th, we may have an offer. Blackburn Rovers have accepted the £1.2 million bid for Grant Hanley. That's fantastic. I don't mind offering him £15,000 a week on a 4-year contract. It'd be absolutely fantastic, because then he probably wouldn't want much of a rise when we get into the Premier League. That would be superb. That would be one centre-back signing made if he accepts that contract. So that looks promising. Let's head into this semi-final against Lyon. If we lose it, we'll be out, and then we'll advance towards the first game of the Championship season against Wednesday. But there's a lot of transfer activity that could happen between now and then. If we win it, then we'll be through to the final, which will be played on Sunday, and we'll also include that in today's episode as well. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Let me know any further comments you have, or any further transfer suggestions you have in the comment section down below. And hopefully we can get a win against Lyon. Definitely going to be the toughest game of pre-season to this point. Playing the 4-3-3 again, as I felt like this was my most creative formation in pre-season in the group stage. Obviously, Jack Colback got a hat-trick in the game that we played the 4-3-3 in, so maybe he could replicate that. He's in, and Matt Ritchie's back on the right-hand side going with Dwight Gale up top. Let's see if we can get a win. Ritchie, poke that for Dwight Gale to run onto. He's got good pace, Dwight Gale, and he's going to get away from Nicholas Nkulu here. No, he's not. He's going to get wiped out. We'll have another free kick in a decent position. We had a number of goal-scoring opportunities the last time we had a free kick in this spot. Let's see if we can do the same again. If it will skip, thank you. Go on then, Musa. You take it this time. You seem to be determined. I'll have to alter my tactics in the team management screen after the game, and we've scored a header. Don't tell me that was Findlay again. No, it's Jack Colback again. The man's a machine. A centre-mid scoring machine. 4 goals for Jack Colback in pre-season now. Dinked in from Musa Sissoko. We have ourselves a 1-0 lead. Unbelievable. What a player Jack Colback is for us right now. Good front, down the line to Musa Sissoko. Quickly to Dwight Gale. Across to Jack Colback, who will set through Matt Ritchie, who's in for 2. Take it on your left. Well done. Nicely tucked away. I wasn't expecting Lyon to be this easy to play against, to be honest, but they've been really poor. 2-0 up after half an hour. Looks like we're going through to the final of this pre-season tournament, and the extra finances will definitely come in handy. Maxime Gonlons could send someone away here. We're going to try and close the man down out wide with Findlay here, but doesn't look like he's got the pace to keep up with Maxime Gonlons. Is a great ball in, and Nabil Fekir gets there first. A mistake from Tim Krul, coming for the ball that he didn't really stand a chance at getting. Great delivery, put it right in that area where the defenders don't know whether to stick a leg out. And to be fair, defenders couldn't get anywhere near it. Great goal, 2-1. Is this the start of Lyon's comeback? Colback, Sissoko. Try and power around the outside of the man there, which he's done well. We'll get this into Johan Gouffran. Got Riviere in the box, but Gouffran takes it past the one man and past the second and pulls it back. And surely Sissoko will make it 3-1, and he has. Cheeky little roll. Good run from Johan Gouffran. It's a shame that we are definitely going to move him on. If I can't sell him, then because he was released from the club in real life, I will release him on transfer deadline day with an hour to go if I'm not able to sell him. But if I can sell him, I will. But whilst he's still here, he's having a decent impact on the team. 3-1. Lacazette to Nkulu. Nice little dummy. Raphael. Tackle by Johan Gouffran, but they may still stand the chance to get the ball in the box here. Looking for a second goal here, Lyon, but Tim Krul does well. And there goes the final whistle. 3-1 wins in a row. 2-0 to start pre-season, then 2 3-1 wins to end the group stage, and a 3-1 win against Lyon in the semi-final. Dominated that game. This 3-1 on the brain. This 4-3-3 formation is proving to be very, very deadly for us. Let's head back to the transfer window and see if we can get Grant Hanley in. Had a loan offer for Stuart Findlay. Now, he has been involved with us in pre-season, but he's going to stand his best chance of growing into a decent professional by going out on loan. So we'll send him to Daejeon Citizen in the South Korean League for 2 years, and that will definitely be an experience for a 19-year-old. And because he's gone, or we're able to let him go because Grant Hanley has accepted the contract. So we have our new first signing, and he's probably going to be joining Newcastle in real life over the next few days as well. So I'm pleased that is our first piece of business. He will, well, I'll put him on the bench to start off with. Where are you? Down the bottom. There we are, Grant Hanley. We'll start with Lascelles and Mbemba, but Grant Hanley will be involved in the final of the pre-season tournament because Mbemba is still injured, of course. So, into that final game we go, unless anything happens in the one remaining day in between. There are a couple of emails, so then... Oh, 4 emails. What's going on? Transfer offer rejected for Adam Armstrong. Buh. Matt Ritchie wants to play, but you're probably a little bit too tired. Oh, Mbemba's back from injury. That's good. I backed out there and I didn't want to. Transfer offer rejected for Adam Armstrong. I will bring him back to the club because we need him to keep the series realistic. I just whack in a £1.3 million bid and hopefully they will accept it. We've gained like 5 million so far from this pre-season tournament, so I don't mind. And the offer for Isaac Hayden has been accepted as well. So we will bring him to the club too, and that will be another of Newcastle's new signings in real life added to the squad. Offer him sporadic first team player and he should accept that. Right then, the final of the pre-season tournament against Crystal Palace. Jan Matt go down the line to Florian Thauvin, who will pick this up. Lovely turn inside. Could have gotten a free kick there. Just brushed off the challenge. Dauri Janmat. There's Moussa Sissoko. Terrible pass, but we'll get it to Henri Saivet. And he'll go hopefully through that gap, but he won't because it's well blocked. But Saivet will keep possession. And Iosi Perez just looking for a bit of space on the edge of the box to try and fire that into the back of the net. But it rifles over the top of the bar, unfortunately. First chance of the game comes and goes. Steve Mandanda in goal, of course, for Crystal Palace after he's moved in real life. Hopefully we can get the ball past him at least once. Thauvin, give this to Henri Saivet and then go back to Florian Thauvin. He's got space to run into, but wow, the defender closes him down very quickly, but he's twisted away from him. And again, what a challenge from Soiree. Anyway, Dauri will look for the early cross. He's dug it out beautifully, and how Steve Mandanda's kept that out, I don't know. Moussa Sissoko turns home the second chance, but Iosi Perez was offside when the ball came in. I don't know how Mandanda saved that. It's a great ball by Dauri and very close call as to whether that's offside or not, but staying at 0-0. Take this free kick short. Jack Colback will get it under control. We'll go out wide here looking for Jamal Lascelles, unfortunately. I thought it was going to be someone who could put in a decent cross. To be fair, that is a decent cross. Great header from Matt Ritchie down into the ground. Steve Mandanda with a good save. I wasn't expecting that sort of header from a man with that sort of height. Mitrovic will get this through to Jack Colback. He'll get it to Moussa Sissoko, who's in the box here. I'm going to go for the shot. Good save again from Steve Mandanda. We have dominated this game again. Just haven't yet been able to get the ball in the back of the net. I wish I could do a fake throw here like you'll be able to do on FIFA 17. Just to send a defender the wrong way to try and work some space. But Jack Colback cuts inside. We've got Chettiota here in support. He'll squeeze it to Mitrovic, who will... Ooh, very nearly win us the game. Great save again from Mandanda. Moussa Sissoko into the box. We can find Mitrovic. We might stand a chance of winning it in the last couple of minutes, but good punch again from Mandanda. He's been the difference between the two sides here. Absolutely superb for Crystal Palace. There goes the final whistle. It's a 0-0 draw. Our second clean sheet of the season, of pre-season, should I say. We won 2-0 in the first game, didn't we? But a clean sheet for Grant Hanley on debut. Complete domination again, as you can see. Now, does it go to penalties? It does. No extra time, straight to pens here for this pre-season final. You can see all the Newcastle fans behind the goal, just trying to put Mil Jedinak off. And it's worked off the inside the post. The little Bruce Grobbelaar wobbly legs from Tim Krul as well. Dwight Gale steps up and scores against his former team. Steve Mandanda was superb during the 90 minutes, but can't keep out the first penalty. Joe Ledley, straight down the middle. Good penalty. Moussa Sissoko will go top right, hopefully, and Mandanda will, again, not move. Seemingly not wanting to dive at all here, Mandanda. Where are you going to go? I'm telling him to put it in the top right. I'll go that way. Well, they're going down the middle, and Mandanda is staying in the middle. Matt Ritchie, let's put that in the top right as well. And, oh, he went the right way this time, but can't get there. Yannick Bolasie, if he misses, then all we have to do is score to win. Yannick Bolasie, what a horrible penalty. Disgracefully poor from Yannick Bolasie. Mitrovic will go top left to win us the pre-season tournament. Yes, he has. We couldn't have asked for a better pre-season as far as I'm concerned. One new signing in Grant Hanley, a victory in the pre-season tournament, £6 million added to the bank to go towards new signings. Hopefully by the time we get back to the main menu, we'll have had Adam Armstrong accept a contract. We'll have had, what's his name, Isaac Hayden accept a contract. And we'll be able to confirm 2 new signings. Go on, load for me. 3 emails and tournament prize money. 2.7 million though. That basically pays for all of the signings that we're about to make. Matt Ritchie's happy, pleased with the performance in the trophy. We'll quickly do a training session and I'll advance a little bit, but I won't advance too far because I want to ensure that we sign some more players that you guys suggest. I am waiting on putting in an extra couple of bids until we know a rough idea of the people that are on the shortlist's stats. Obviously, it didn't have guesstimates for a number of them. We'll have a look here at the shortlist. Got almost £30 million to spend now, thanks to that pre-season tournament. We are getting a rough idea of a handful of people now, which is good. You'll have to let me know whether to go in for a Corey or Ned Manuaha as well when it comes to centre-back. But we have now brought in Grant Hanley, which is great. Isaac Hayden should be joining us shortly too. And, of course, if you guys give me any other suggestions, then I will be sure to look into them for the future episodes. But hopefully, other than these scout reports, there'll be confirmation that we've had a couple of contracts accepted. No, but we are getting scout reports back now on players, which is good. So I'll go and have a look at them, and hopefully, thanks to your guys' suggestions, we'll be able to continue signing people in tomorrow's episode. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further of this series or the My Player series. Very important episode of that coming tonight as well. So make sure you watch it at 6:30 p.m. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.